Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're all well and safe and having a great day. Thanks for joining me today. I'm having a pretty good day actually. This is a painting that you may recognise because in the last video I painted it in Rebelle 4 in oils, and that was from a copy of a previous painting I did about 3 or 4 years ago. Well, I wanted to see what it would come out like in pastels, and I also wanted to try the pastels in Realistic Paint Studio. Never tried them before, and watch the video and see what I thought. Here we are in Realistic Paint Studio, and I want to do a pastel drawing. I haven't done one before, so let's just go to the drawing tools, and I've already got it open here. Look, it's the third one along. It's the pencil tools, and then we've got soft pastels and hard pastels. So I'm going to use the soft pastels. Stick that in there. Now I've got a selection of pastels to choose from, and I guess I can just select these and then mess about with the sliders to get different values. So I'm going to begin by doing like an underpainting in sort of purpley colours. Now I've selected that. Is that going to look like that? I guess it is. I want it a bit darker actually. Although this is just an underpainting, isn't it? Look at that, you put light pressure on. You see, I didn't bother with the pastels previously because I thought, you know what, there's only a couple. It's like putting it as an afterthought. Little odd pressure, look, you get lots of pastel on, light pressure. You're spreading it out a bit. Just for this underpainting. I really want colour, not just blacks, because I want sort of colour to show through in the odd place. I've already done this in oils in Rebelle 4. I'll put a link in the description below. This is a painting I did quite a long while ago. Well, when I first started the channel, really, almost 3 or 4 years ago, and it was Special K's and I's very first trip together to Stratford, the birthplace of Shakespeare, and we had a great time. Anyway, I'll put a link to that video because I wanted to see if my style has changed at all, or do I think it's improved any. And definitely very different to what it used to be. That's for sure. I'm not so sure if I'm the right person to be the judge to say if it's improved or not. For me, I like it. I was surprised at the amount of detail I put in the original one compared to where I'm at now. I'm much more spontaneous than I ever was before, that's for sure. So this is how I began the oil painting actually. I began with an underpainting. I'm just using a default size, nothing, no custom colours here or anything. I thought I'd go with a blue underpainting, which is really kind of not a million miles away from where I want to end up. I'll put the swans in later. So can I, have we got layers? Yeah, we've got layers. I can create a new layer. And there we go in now then. Let's have a think. Well, I'm going to start in exactly the same place I did the oil painting. That's with these trees, and I like this colour. I'm just wondering what the odd pastels are like. I'm just going to switch just for a second. Okay, they haven't got that. I say they're a bit more grainy, if you like. I'm going to go back to the soft ones. I think I like the soft ones for now. But there's nothing to say I'm not going to... Oh, it still says hard. Will do, because that's what I clicked on. I can see where I want to go, maybe over the top of these with the hard ones. I think that needs to come down. Which is actually where I had it. That was this. Okay. This green. It feels like they've got this set to blending mode when you add more colour. It's like a multiply blending mode. So you're kind of softening with the pastel, which you can do if you've got really soft pastels. Light, really light pressure going off there now. Okay. 3. Can use the pencil on each side, obviously. Mix all these colours a bit. Make it a bit smaller. It doesn't feel as like using a pastel as, say, the pastels in Critter, for example. That feels a lot more like using pastels compared to this. This feels almost, I don't know, it's like using a digital brush in something else. I like the fact I can just sort of pick these colours. It's nice though. Where you sort of blend them. See, that's not really how pastels work. You pull that colour back, it doesn't work like that. It feels a bit more like a watercolour, a pastel. Oh, I haven't got a lot of battery life left in my pencil. Nothing new there. I do that all the time. I can pull that blue across, which is nice to be able to do that, but that's not what I would do with pastels. It wouldn't do that. So that feels a bit artificial. But I'm liking, kind of liking the way you can layer it and build all these tones. And you can get some really nice darks. Yeah, this is feeling, it does feel more like using watercolour than pastels, I have to say. Let's get this on posting. I've not finished it yet, however, so I shouldn't really judge. I like the vibrant colours though. See, look at that, I can push that colour up, which is like blending, I suppose, with your finger or with a stump, pushing the colours up. Maybe. Guess I've got to wait for the finished result. That feels good. It works nice when you're using with thin strokes. Blend them out. I kind of like this move I've got going off here. Let's just try the odd pastel. You know, it might react different. And I have to say, I'm not criticizing the effect I'm getting. It's just the feel of it just doesn't, it's not quite there. But I like the effect. I do like the effect. Sort of blend those in a bit. Oh, chose the rubber then by mistake. Don't know what I'm doing. Back to the odd. Not this hard pastel I want. Yeah. The little scales poked in. They need to be lighter there, don't they? But darker, sorry. It's easy to go too light. Not quite familiar with the controls on this one just yet. Right, I've got to say the soft one's the one for me. That's just too, zoom in, look, that's too solid. Much more prefer that kind of, I choose a dark colour. Can you see the texture? That's what I'm liking. But I kind of lose detail. I don't want. Why is it not? Okay. I know that's light sort of follows through there. Obviously I've drawn it slightly different, so that ain't going to happen. That and do that. Actually, that's much kind of grayer, isn't it? Up here, got this grungy look about it. I think this is looking very different to the oil painting. I'm hoping it is. Oh, I like that bit of orange. Let's bring that into there as well. Go. It just doesn't feel like pastels at all. Very pleasant look. to the result though. Trying to do a double tap to undo. I don't think that works on here. It's kind of knock them back a bit. You press on, you get a nice. That feels like the pastel effect, but if you do it very light, it doesn't quite cut it somehow. I imagine this is going to work quite well. Just softly dragging that orange down, look, for the light. Oops. There. Big brush, which is, oh no wonder I couldn't get a fine line. I got the brush as big as I could get it. What was I thinking? Cool, liking that. I'm really enjoying the effect I'm getting. I just don't feel, it just doesn't feel like I'm painting with pastels, that's all. Like that. Might do. And then you need that lighter colour. I think I need that colour. Well, that might help. Yeah. Just sharpen that edge up a bit. Fiddly. Perspective. Colour picking seems a bit off as well. Don't know what that's all about. Light touch just sort of give you the smudging effect. I need some swans, don't I? Let's create a new layer and get a swan in, or two. I'll sketch it in hard pastel. Maybe. Let's try. Which will do. Oh. I just need to zoom in on my source photo a second, which is not very good, I have to say. It's I've got it. It is a photo I've taken. Let's say I was on holiday with on a weekend break with Special K, and the original photos, I uploaded them to Prime Images, and I don't know what's happened to the original ones, but they seem to have disappeared now. So I had to get this rather poor reproduction, unfortunately. So the resolution is really bad. Anyway, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. See, that looks like pastels, doesn't it? Oops, that side doesn't need to be in light. I don't think. The reflection. I kind of like that. Just pick the colours off this one. Oh, it's just sort of ducking its head right in the water. That. Yeah. Right. verticals in there. I think I'm going to just do the 2 swans in this one. I have to say I am enjoying this. So much so, look what I've done with the pad. I don't know how long it's been like that. I'm very sorry. Let's just a little. We need that colour, don't we? Reflected in the water. There we go. Really signed. Done it again, stop it. What have I got? Sign it here. Here. So I would say pastels, but I'm going to say soft pastels in Realistic Paint Studio, drawn on the paper. Just default size, nothing changed, not resized or anything. I'm enjoying the actual finished image. I really like it. It just didn't quite feel like pastels when I was using it. So if you never use pastels, that ain't going to be an issue, is it? At all. Because I really like the actual effect that we get in with the colours. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of shadow work in there. I love the colours. I love the effect of the paper underneath. See, that doesn't look like a pastel. I think the finished effect looks like a pastel. It just doesn't feel like it. I've said it a few times now. So anyway, that's it. Realistic Paint Studio. Give the pastels a go. I never even looked at see if you've got a palette. You're not got a palette, obviously, because you don't mix pastels, so that's not going to be a thing. Oh yeah, I've got different colours though. So, oh, and all these dark tones and everything, but I just use the slider. So, oh, look at that. Fabulous. So you've got all of these other pastels to choose from, but the way I did it worked fine. I just, got lights and darks using slider. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always is much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I've got loads of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them all with you. Don't forget, everybody, stay safe, stay sane, and keep painting. Bye.